Shalom and greetings from Jerusalem, Jane. I want to make the third update of today because I know there are people saying, what in the world is going on in Israel? We haven't heard anything. And I chose to stand here in front of my TV where Israeli I-24 because that's English. Can you hear the IDF fighter jets in the sky? We have IDF fighter jets above the heads or somewhere out here. I can hear them. Why do you think? Because Israel is at war. Israel is officially at war with Hamas, the horrendous terror regime that is ruling in the Gaza Strip. At 6:30 this morning, they started firing rockets into Israel, and then they breached the borders into Israel by air, by rockets, by paragliders. They came by sea and then by ground troops. They breached the fence between the Gaza Strip and into Israel, and because there were no police or soldiers, they managed to storm in to the Jewish communities, the Israeli communities near the Gaza border, and they just committed complete onslaught and massacre. The numbers right now are saying that, I'm getting emotional, is saying that 100 people has been brutally murdered, massacres in the streets and in their own homes by these despicable terrorists. And not only did they murder them, but they were live streaming it to the whole world like the diabolically evil ISIS did years ago. On top of that, they kidnapped a high number of Israeli civilians and also soldiers, and they dragged them into the Gaza Strip, and they are now parading them in the streets where people, civilians in Gaza, are celebrating the murder of more than 100 Israeli civilians and soldiers, and now they are celebrating, screaming Allahu Akbar, when Jewish mothers with their little babies, fathers, grandparents, and soldiers are being paraded in the streets, and now they are prisoners of Hamas. They also killed Israeli soldiers that they have taken into the Gaza Strip. I'm sorry about the lightning, but it's because Israeli TV is playing in the background. This is the biggest assault on Israel since the Yom Kippur War, which just happened to be yesterday, 50 years anniversary of that war. And now more than 100 Israelis, civilians and also some soldiers, has been murdered today by terrorists who breached complete surprise attack on Israel. The military was nowhere. They literally just marched, they breached into the Jewish communities, and they murdered people in their own homes. They took some of them hostages, they dragged them in to the Gaza Strip. More than 3,000 rockets has been firing into Israel. The red alert has been going off all day, including here 5 times, I believe it was, in Jerusalem. In the midst of me doing a video recording, and then I made a live video, I had to run to my bomb shelter because the red alert went off in Jerusalem. For the first time, I saw rockets being shot down over Jerusalem, and I have lived here now for 10 years. So Israel is in a state of emergency. Israel has declared war against these despicable terrorists. Of course, they are now celebrating. All of this is paid and funded by Iran. This is a massive amount of attack that has been planned for months and months and months and months to do today, Saturday morning, on Simchat Torah at the end of Sukkot, where Israel is packed with thousands and thousands of tourists who are here. So Israel is in a state of emergency. Israel is at war with these terror organizations, and this could lead to that multi-front war that we have known was just a matter of time before coming. We actually saw Hezbollah terrorists on motorcycle trying to breach the northern border with Israel. So everything is on high alert. People are not allowed to move around too much, to be in the vicinity of a bomb shelter. My bedroom is a bomb shelter. So this is absolutely horrendous. I'm sending my deepest and heartfelt condolences to the more than 100 Israeli civilians and also some soldiers that was brutally massacred today when these terrorists breached Israel. And I can't even fathom the trauma of the Jewish mothers and children, men and women and grandparents who is right now held hostage inside the Gaza Strip, and now Hamas is saying, you know, we have bargaining chips now. We want thousands and thousands and thousands of despicable terrorists who is in Israeli jails. Now they want to do a trade. So the Security Cabinet is meeting. All options is on the table, including a ground operations by Israeli military going into Gaza, which is going to be long, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be brutal, there's going to be a lot of casualties also in the Israeli side. And will Israel be attacked on the northern border? Time will tell. So thank you for following me on all my social media. Please share out this video, especially in the coming days where Israel is going to do more inside the Gaza Strip. The pro-Palestinian media and lies is going to come against Israel attacking innocent civilians. Then you just remember how this started by all of these terrorists attacking Israeli civilian and massacre more than 100 people and dragging more than 100 people in as hostages in the Gaza Strip while the innocent civilians in Gaza are celebrating. Share out this video, be watchman on the wall, and pray for Israel. Bye.